everybody. It's so good to say hey, to be with you. After coming off of the retreat this weekend, I'm going to post more about that later, but I just got off of a wonderful conversation with Jennifer Diane Gostin, our second conversation actually for her podcast, Once Upon a Time in Adoptee Land. If you haven't listened, please go listen because she has the voice of an angel. I could sit and listen to her all day long. Anyway, so we recorded today about a lot of different things, but mostly about increasing our self-awareness. And we talked about using different assessments like the Saboteur assessment, looking at human design. So if you don't know what that is, just comment. I'd love to talk to you about it. It's been such a cool self-exploration tool for me. But I think the biggest thing that I took away from being on the podcast with her today was there is something about being seen, heard, and understood in a way that you've not felt before. And there's something about adoptees, seeing and hearing and understanding adoptees, that allows this feeling of settledness and, honestly, for me, excitement. I think I get so excited about being with people who get it. And I was talking to my son about it a couple of weeks ago and how I have felt so alone in this for so many years and didn't even know how to have a conversation about it because it was so pre-verbal. I didn't have words. And so now that I'm in this community of people who see me, hear me, and understand me and value me, like that's what I said at the end when I was talking to her. I was like, I feel so unbelievably valued and honored to be a part of this podcast with you. Thank you so much for wanting to spend time with me. And those words are powerful. So many adoptees have not felt wanted, have not felt loved, have felt defective, have felt like I shouldn't exist. Life would be better if I didn't. I know that sounds horrible, but these are the things that subconsciously we feel, or I don't want to be an inconvenience and I don't want to rock the boat. And I know other people feel these things. It's just deeply cellular for us. And so being able to be experienced in a way that it's like a heart relates to a heart. And you can feel that without even having to communicate. And that brings me to something that I want to talk about from the retreat, because what was amazing about this retreat, one of the things that was amazing for me personally, I talked about this in the podcast, but it probably won't be released until November 5th. So I'll give you a little bit of a preview. But at this retreat, there was a birth mother, there was me, an adoptee, there was an adopted mother, there was someone who had a child when she was really young, and there was someone who had aborted. So there, all these different pieces, and to be able to be around each other and accept each other where we were, it was beautiful. It was something I have never experienced before. And one of the things I said in our celebration dinner was, we have all three parts of the adoptee triad right here. And we're loving on each other and accepting each other here. And it helps us to deepen our understanding of all parts. It was just beautiful. And so it was wonderful to be a part of. And then the second thing of being seen, heard, and understood that happened was one of the co-facilitators and I, Bridget, she did breath work. That she's wonderful at breath work. And she did this breath work session that I don't know how else to say it. It loosened up some trauma for me. But it was unbelievable. And please listen to Jennifer's podcast, the second I think it's her season finale, actually. I think it's what she's going to do with it. But I had an experience where I really, really needed someone to basically rock me in the fetal position. There was so much emotion that was going through me. I had no words, and I was just really guttural sobbing after this, 30 minutes of activated breathing, which actually takes you into your sympathetic nervous system in a safe environment. I mean, it was, and obviously I gave consent to do this. I wanted to access these things. But the person that came to my mind when I was dealing with these emotions was the adopted mom. And I asked her, could you come and rock me? And it was beautiful. And it'll be a picture in my mind that I will never, ever forget. And one of the participants, before that even happened, came up and gave me a really, really dear hug, noticing that I needed to be seen, heard, and understood. So it's not just adoptees seeing adoptees, although that's unbelievably valuable, and we need that. When we're in community and we can accept each other there and value each other there and help increase each other's awareness, oh my goodness, there's something beautiful about that. And so one of the main things I'm learning right now is how to harness my passion. Because once I'm seen, heard, and understood, man, I can go to town and go off, and I can become intimidating and can turn people off. And I realize that. And so I'm going to do my best to harness the energy that I've been given to be able to, spread whatever message is on my mind or heart at that time. So I just wanted to share that with you guys because it was on my mind and my heart. I hope you're all doing well. And I'm going to share some cool, probably my favorite photos from the retreat today. And love to talk to you in the DMs if you wanna. See you later.